Chapter 4. It seems that a few of our players have decided to put their heads together and work this out in a civilized way, even if they are in the jungle. Berry Blue's hand flew to her mouth. But oops, we can't talk about that. It's top secret after all. It was probably a foolish thought coming this late, but as Shen hurtled down the zip line at more than 30 miles per hour, he wondered how this was going to end. He tried to touch the cable with his hand, but the friction scorched his skin. When would he slow down enough to stop? Would he have to jump? Meanwhile, Gabriella was jumping to conclusions. "You're a cheat," she told Oliver, "trying to steal things from our side of the fence." Oliver flushed. "I'm only looking for water and a container of some sort." He leveled his gaze at the battered pan in Gabriella's hand as her fingers tightened around it and said, "And matches." Gabriella shook her head in disbelief. "Isn't there anything you rich types have figured out on your own?" That was when Oliver strode out of the underbrush and grabbed Gabriella by her wrist. We could figure out everything on our own. Do you think they'd have cut a neat little rectangle in this fence? It's large enough for one person to slip through," he shouted angrily. Drawing closer to the opening, Gabriella frowned. It did look like it had been cut precisely, not gnarled by animals or worn out by time, but she hung back. "Why would I help you to win?" she asked. Oliver told her about how Mrs. Walpole had spilled her shampoo in a freshwater pool that took them days to find, and how Mr. Walpole had scared off a wild hog snuffling for water. "If he'd stayed quiet, the hog would have led us to a dried riverbed or a stream, I'm sure." Gabriella giggled. "Two parents. Twice the trouble." Oliver's mouth twitched, but before he could chuckle, there was a loud buzzing sound. "Bees?" And in a high-pitched shriek that sounded nothing like any jungle animal. "Yeah!" Gabriella ducked, and a pair of flying shoes and dangling legs scuffed the top of Oliver's head. "Hey!" A boy shot past them as if on wings and landed with a full thud against a tree trunk. "You made quite an entrance," exclaimed Gabriella after she and Oliver had followed the zip line to where it came to a stop. "I took the scenic route," Shen grinned, relieved to discover that the zip line had been fitted with a braking system. He wriggled out of his harness. His legs felt like jelly. Oliver's face lit up. "By any chance, did you see a river on the way down?" They each introduced themselves, and Oliver expanded on his parents' mistakes, while Gabriella and Shen talked about their family's needs for basic supplies. After they had explained their positions, Shen gave Oliver a flask of water from his backpack and some solid advice. "Walk north and you'll hit the river. Use the sun to guide you." Gabriella and Shen then pooled a few matchsticks for Oliver. Gabriella gave Shen plenty of coconut husks to build a fire with, and in return, Shen gave Gabriella a mosquito net to keep off the sandflies. "Looks like they can't do it alone," sang Berry Blue in a flamingo pink kaftan now, and here her mouth twisted as her face filled the screen. "Maybe someone needs to tell these people that competitors can't be friends. There's only one prize after all."